This is African voodoo witchcraft, and that thing is called Zangbado, or the spirit of night. There's nobody inside of it. This is actually a spirit which is a guardian of the black magic community in Africa.
We bought a Dybbuk box, bought online from a lady who inherited it from her grandmother. It's been in the family as long as she can remember, but was always told to leave well alone. She wishes to remain anonymous, but has asked for information on the contents once opened. Like and follow for part of Dybbuk box opening.
Why are Dybbuk boxes so scary?
There was always a simple reverence around Dybbuk boxes. They were not common to everyone. It is particular to a faith and is particular to a practice. And even the concept of a Dybbuk itself is a little innocuous to begin with, but it generated so much because once a spirit is trapped in anything, such aggression occurs. And the reason why we trap spirits and a Dybbuk box isn't the only type of box. A small wooden boxes are used in many different faiths and many different things to capture and catch ghosts. In certain parts of the world, they'll even use an egg. They'll take a spirit and make it go into the egg, and then there's a huge ritual around the egg to ward it, to combine it, to to create a ritual of passage for whatever spirit it is.
Eggs are very protective.
Eggs are very protective because spirits cannot. They recognize the functionality of an egg in the system, the spiritual system of existence, that it is a nebulous place before existence. It is a symbol of the soul. We use it as the symbol of the soul a lot. So eggs and other things, whatever we use to capture ghosts. But the Dybbuk box is different because it is a very fierce, fortified barrier, and the spirit is now trapped inside. And that, even if the spirit wasn't particularly aggressive or terrible, that will make it terrible.
You've kind of like imprisoned it.
You have imprisoned it.
You've imprisoned it.
You cannot just trap a spirit. You have to use very specific rituals, especially.
So it's a Jewish thing.
It is a Jewish thing. Yes. A Dybbuk is a Jewish entity that derives from either acts of violence or deep-rooted aggressions and angers. It's kind of like if a mood could become an entity, it becomes a Dybbuk. The Dybbuk kind of sways your actions, makes you do things against the will of God and against the will of man.
Let's talk about the Dybbuk box. What is a Dybbuk box? Well, Dybbuk is something that stems from Jewish folklore. Generally refers to a wandering spirit, a malicious spirit, a demon, something of that nature. People use it to refer to a few different things. The Dybbuk box is the binding item used to contain said malicious entity. Now, this was sent to me like 2 years ago, something like that. I don't remember. The video of it is up on the tube of you. You just gotta scroll back a little bit. I questioned the validity of this, because it doesn't look very old, which is why I opened it. I distinctly remember it having an odor and liquid stains in it, but I haven't really cracked the box open since then. This was the inside of this box. I have not touched it in those 2 years. I can still see the liquid stains, and honestly, it looks like it has begun growing things in there. I'm going to need a steroid inhaler after getting close to this box again. Awesome. Anyway, there will be binding magic on things like this, sigils, symbols, possibly incantations, something in it to contain it. Other things like herbs, liquids that are also used to bind the entity to the box. Breaking the seal and opening the box is letting it out, and that's why people freak out when they see people open these. No, it still stinks. It still stinks. Yeah, I'm gonna go find the albuterol now. Just to get ahead of that. But that's the basics of what a Dybbuk box is and what everyone's so scared of.
Here should have been our first red flag. This was in the back of the house when we were touring the house. It's a fence made of these disgusting doors. That was the first creepy vibes, but we kind of overlooked that because this is a really big, nice house that we got for an amazing deal during like peak COVID when the market was crazy. The basement, I would never go in here. I hated being down here. Use this for storage, and if we had to put anything down here, we would literally just like stand at the top of the stairs and throw it down. Here's how it was staged for us. So I would sit like right here because this was where our couch was, and behind me I would hear clicking sounds. Actually, the clicking sounds would come from this wall right here where I am at. This main living room is also the room where the handprint was. We tried scrubbing this handprint out, it didn't come out. And yeah, these are the original hardwood floors, so who knows whose handprint that is. Another picture of the hand. This is the room that's like attached to the family room where I was just talking about, and this is the room where I would see like orbs a lot, and my dog would like growl into that room and wouldn't walk across the floor there. I had people over a few times at that table exactly, and my cousin like swore out of the corner of her eyes like she could see stuff like zooming around. I think our ghost really liked that room, and then the hallway upstairs, and then the attic. Example of us trying to get our dog to walk across the hardwood floors. She would not do it, and when she did, it was after lots of begging her to come, and this is how she looked. That dog does not look happy. My dog would randomly growl at our chandelier in the living room, and she would also like go to the front room because we had a rug up there and like just sniff around, and I'll show you the videos of that. What's wrong? Why are we growling at it? What the could you be crying about now? What could you be crying about? Here's the kitchen, and that's actually the clock that I was talking about where like the hands would drop all the time. This is also the exact same countertop that the glass slid across by itself. Here's kind of an example of the layout. So here's the front set of stairs right here. This is the wall that I heard the clicking, the back set of stairs right here, and then this is the basement area. And then this actual like doorway right here can close. There's like a full door attached that can close that door. One of the bedrooms. It's another door leading upstairs. Bedroom 2 with closet. Going downstairs again. Bedroom 3 with the closet here. This is the backyard to the creepy doors. Then there's the bathroom here. Double vanity. Love that. I think this one will probably end up being the master. Let's go upstairs. So there's the little pocket door right there. This is cute. This will probably be the in-law suite. On top, overlooking the outside. I love this. I don't know what that is. Little walk-in closet. And then the bathroom. I don't know if this is a coincidence or just a bad omen, but right after we moved out of that house and into our new apartment, the same month I got a stalker. Cheese! Cheese! What you doing? What you see? What? What you see? Who are you saying hi to? Who are you saying hi to? Dude, you need to stop that. You're freaking me out. Come on.
SpongeBob night.
SpongeBob's awesome.
Liam, come here. Liam, right now. What is happening? Okay, I'm calling your mom. Just stay right here.
I wish I could be a pirate again.
You do?
Yeah.
When were you a pirate?
I was a long time ago when you weren't alive, and then I shrunk into a little kid. And I never could be a pirate again.
I really don't think I'm ever going to be able to escape this shit. Listen to it. Listen to that pounding. Jesus. I mean, this is my whole closet right here. It's my kitchen. Okay, so it seems to be wanting to happen now more in the afternoon, but just to prove that there's nothing there. Jesus Christ. I am finally back in my apartment after the door opened from the Wise Cam, and people were wondering if the door stayed open or not. So we're gonna unlock the door without waking up any more neighbors. And we're gonna see it was still open. All right. Well, that's interesting. That stayed open that whole time. This is the cord in question, the coax cable, and you can see here it goes directly from here down to my Wi-Fi. So I could, I guess, open it like this, but one, I would probably be in the way of the camera here since I'm standing here, but let's try and test this. Here's the door latched all the way shut. I mean, I'm pulling on that pretty hard and it doesn't come out. But if I were to do this and open it, that just kind of pulls the Wi-Fi back. So, I mean, if this cord was the thing that was pulling it, this probably would have knocked off, but I don't know. Oh. You gotta be fucking kidding me. And here we go with this shit again. I'm just gonna wait and see how long it goes for, because I've never not. Stop! Okay, that works.
So I'm a travel nurse, and I've been doing a lot of traveling, nursing for a couple of years now. And I took a new contract. I was finishing out my last one, and I took a new one because I make 6 figures. Easy. Because I've got all the experience that I can go into any place and work. And the contract that I took is up north. I just got finished settling everything and transferring and stuff and everything. It's taken a lot of time. But this new place, I don't name places and put them on blast or anything, because I know that people will end up, I don't want to get fired or, get DNR'd or whatever. God told me to do this. I always talk to God first. I run everything through God, ask him, pray, and, what he wants me to do, what decision where he wants me to go. And he's not sending me to some of the most ridiculous places, and this place, I'm just gonna come straight out and tell you, this place is filled with demonic activity. I can't even tell you. I've been learning, I've been in nursing and medical field since the early 90s, and I always knew that there was a lot of spiritual stuff going on, good and bad. But this place, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a portal to hell here. I can't get into details. I can't, but the name of Jesus really, I just can't even some of the staff that don't even believe, aren't Christians, aren't practicing Christians or whatever, believe that some of these people are straight up possessed and demonic. And the ones that I've had to deal with, I've had to come straight out and handle business and use the name of Jesus, rebuke them. And I'm going to tell you what, they shut right down. When they wouldn't listen to nobody else, when you were cussing people out, threatening, saying the most horrific things, they shut right down. But they don't like me at all. They will go right back to their rooms when I rebuke them. And I'm kind about it, but I'm stern. I know who I am, and I know Jesus, gave us the power to do this. I've prayed over people, and in the name of Jesus, and they've been healed. I have this one lady is really in bed. When she knows that I'm coming, or she knows that I'm on the floor, they know. It's really weird. They automatically know, and they straight come out of their rooms and come to bother me. Just come, a couple of them come straight out and start cussing me out. Don't even do anything. I'm never unkind. I remember, got to be, love of Christ and everything, and compassionate. But I had to shut her down right off the bat. And boy, that woman turned around and go right back to her room, and I rebuked her. The devil. These people are, they're being overtaken, and it's going more. You're going to see more and more of this, and it's becoming predominant, really bad nowadays, because the devil knows he's got a short time, and he's just taking over people. This woman was seeing things, in her coming in her room and everything, and I just said, I'm just going to go there and I'm going to, the foul language that's coming out of this, and she's with it. This is the thing that's I notice about these people. A lot of them, they're not like out of their mind. They know where they're at and everything. I finally went to her room, put my hand on the door, I prayed, and I had to go through that whole floor. I did the whole floor, because the whole floor was in chaos. Didn't hear another peep from her the rest of the night. And even one of the staff member goes, I can't believe, you just did that and it all stopped. This woman doesn't usually stop.
It broke my heart to put that tumor in her head.
The day that I learned the Warrens faked almost all of their investigations was so unbelievably heartbreaking, because I absolutely love the Conjuring universe. I love people who investigate the paranormal. I seek out that content all the time. And to know that they are so instrumental within the world of horror now, and they're kind of terrible people, infuriates me. And so I learned about it while listening to the podcast You're Wrong About, and they have a whole episode on Ed and Lorraine Warren, and they basically do a deep dive into this brief little synopsis that I'm going to give you here. But if you're interested in knowing significantly more, I would absolutely recommend listening to the episode. And so basically the Warrens made a career out of these true accounts of paranormal hauntings, and made it so that they could twist the narrative to be anyone experiencing these like ghostly encounters were defying Catholicism. And they didn't like outright say it, but they basically said, people who attract evil are evil in themselves, and typically those evil individuals are not going to church. They are not practicing faith. And like when you really think about it and you go back and think about the themes within the Conjuring universe movies, it is ultimately non-religious individuals who are suffering at the hands of the paranormal, which really fits with the narrative the Warrens were pushing to drive people back into the church, because we mustn't forget that Ed Warren is a Catholic demonologist who was like considered to be like the expert at the time. And what I think is even more fucked up is like that is not the worst thing the Warrens did. Ed Warren for years was sexually abusing a girl. It started when she was 15 years old. He moved her into their house, and Lorraine Warren allowed this to happen, fully enabled the behavior. And at one point, the girl gets pregnant. I don't know at what age she got pregnant, but Lorraine is the one who convinces her to have the abortion, basically to make sure that the public does not find out about this extramarital affair. And when the woman comes public with this information many years later at like peak Conjuring universe success, Lorraine like refuses to comment on it and basically pretends like it does not exist. And Ed at this point is already dead, so he can't comment on it. But Lorraine, in the most self-serving way possible, refuses to confirm or even deny the allegations, basically so that she can continue to move on with the Conjuring movies.